Mick Foley, and you are watching C-RadTV here, right here on YouTube. Have a nice day.
This is Cody Diener, and you are watching C-RadTV on YouTube. And just like Cody Diener, C-RadTV lives by two simple words. Just give her, yeah.
How's it going, guys? It's Rad C at a WWE Smackdown review from May 28th. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we start off SmackDown with Kevin Owens coming out to ring. Of course, Kevin is out for his one-on-one match against WWE Champion Kofi Kingston. But before the match, Kevin goes on. He says that he wonders how much longer Kofi could continue at his breakneck pace he is keeping after WrestleMania when he won the title. So Kevin says that he'll be the one to save Kofi from himself by giving Kofi a beatdown before Super Showdown and softening him up for Dolph Ziggler. Then Kevin says he'll beat Dolph Ziggler to become WWE Champion. So Kevin is guaranteeing that Dolph Ziggler will win at Super Showdown. But I think that all but seals the deal that Kofi's going to win at Super Showdown. I think it's pretty obvious on that front. So then Kofi Kingston's music hits. Kofi Kingston comes out, the WWE Champion. And Kofi says that tonight would be the night Kevin's pays for everything he's done to the New Day. So we go to commercial break, we come back, we get to our matchup. Highlights of the match. Kofi's dropkick was good along with his double leg. I mean, it's Kofi Kingston. Kevin's strikes were good. Kofi's corkscrew dive was okay. Kofi's comeback, the dropkick boom drop was good. His SOS was good. Kevin's frog splash off the apron was good along with his frog splash off the top rope. Kofi's enziguri was good. Kevin's senton was also good too. Match ending, Kofi hits the Trouble in Paradise on Kevin Owens. Kofi Kingston gets the 3 count for the win. Dolph Ziggler was watching backstage during all of this, and Dolph had no words after. All quiet on the Dolph Ziggler front. But Kofi builds momentum heading with at least a week from Friday for Super Showdown. But let us continue. So next up, Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, come out. Daniel and Eric go on and they remind the WWE Universe why they are the planet's champion. Look, they're going full PETA again. God damn it. So then Daniel and Eric both go on and say that they don't think much of any of the other tag teams on SmackDown, calling all of them a joke. And then Heavy Machinery's music hits, and Heavy Machinery, Otis Dozovich, and Tucker Knight come out. So Otis and Tucker go on, they challenge Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan to an impromptu SmackDown Tag Team title match. So Daniel accepts the challenge, the referee comes out to the ring, and then Daniel says that the match will not take place tonight in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, so Daniel Bryan hates Oklahoma. Probably because Oklahoma is one of the top redneck states out in the USA. I guess Daniel Bryan must hate rednecks. Poor bastard. So continuing on, next up we get a women's match. We get Mandy Rose versus Carmella, a rematch from last week. Where last week it ended in a no contest because it was interrupted by that 24/7 clusterfuck. Hence the name of this video, 24/7 clusterfuck. So highlights of the match. Mandy's arm drag was good. Mandy was also showing off her new magazine where Mandy Rose is on the cover of Women's Muscle and Fitness. Carmella would then go and kick the magazine out of Mandy's hands. You kicked the magazine! How could you, Carmella? Shame on you. Shame. Carmella is a dick to magazines. Carmella's Luthez press was meh. I mean, it's Carmella. Mandy's head drag was okay. Carmella's jawbreaker was okay too. Mandy's pump knee was good along with Carmella's Hurricane Rana. Carmella's Bronco Buster in the corner was also good too. So match ending, Carmella goes for the super kick. Mandy counters. Mandy rolls up Carmella. Mandy gets the 3 count for the win, and Mandy did it clean. She didn't need ropes. She didn't need to pull the tights. It was just a clean roll-up. So Mandy gets a win. So Mandy was probably going to win last week anyway, regardless. But yeah, oh well. Mandy builds momentum. fresh off of being on the cover of a women's muscle and fitness magazine. Look, it's a magazine I could care less about. But anyway, let us continue on. So then we go backstage after commercial break, and we find out that R-Truth has to fend off more of the roster. As since Truth is your 24/7 champion, so Truth fends off another challenge from Jobber Mahal. And then the SmackDown roster looks to chase R-Truth, where Truth leads some array and hides. Truth is being a smart bastard with this, until R-Truth runs into Drake Maverick, and then Truth runs from Drake. Remember that last part. It becomes important in a couple minutes. So next up, Shane McMahon comes out with Drew McIntyre and Elias. So Shane goes on and declares tonight is Shane McMahon Appreciation Night, because he can. Shane then goes on and plays a tribute package of all his highlights from the last year or so. Then Shane goes on after it, and he says that he'll teach Roman Reigns a lesson or two about respect and beat it into him at Super Showdown. Good luck with that, Shane. Roman Reigns don't respect jack shit about this industry. Or you. Or anybody on WWE for that matter. The only person he really respects is Vince McMahon. Roman Reigns, I respect Vince McMahon. Because Vince gives me everything on a silver fucking platter. So then Elias goes on and he plays a song for Shane McMahon. But all of this will be interrupted because R-Truth would then get chased to the crowd by Drake Maverick. Drake would finally get the Truth and challenge Truth for the title. Truth accepts. Truth lays out Drake Maverick. Truth pins Drake to retain. But of course Shane said he was disgusted by this. I don't know. What parts disgust you? The fact that your segment was interrupted by the 24/7 clusterfuck? Or that shitty-looking 24/7 title design? Take your pick, Shane, LOL. So Shane goes on and says, screw this. So Shane, Drew, and Elias then go and attack R-Truth. Elias goes, he hits the drift away. Drew then goes and hits the Claymore on R-Truth. Elias then goes in, and the referee was ill in the ring this entire time. And Elias gets the 3 count on R-Truth. And Elias is your new 24/7 champion. Elias, you've done it. You finally won a singles title. Obviously not the one we wanted you to win, but hey, it still counts towards something. Too bad, Elias, the title you have is a complete fucking joke. So then after all that, Shane goes on and announces that R-Truth would team with Roman Reigns to take on Elias and Drew McIntyre in the main event. But that is in a little bit. So let's continue on. So in our next matchup is a women's match. We have SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley versus Lacey Evans with Charlotte Flair on commentary. Highlights of the match: Bayley's takedown from behind was okay. Lacey's strikes were pretty okay too. Lacey's springboard elbow drop was good along with Bayley's crossbody. Lacey's Bronco Buster in the corner was good along with Bayley's drop kick through the corner. You know, really great there. Damn, I just hit the camera. There, trying to move my hand. So then Bayley goes, she attacks Charlotte over there when Charlotte was starting to creep close off the commentary table toward the action. Leads to this match-ending sequence. So, after Charlotte gets attacked, Charlotte goes to the ring. Charlotte ends up distracting the ref. Lacey rolls up Bayley. Lacey would get the 3 count, but the 3 count meant shit because the ref was distracted through all this, so the 3 count meant nothing. When the ref finally was no longer distracted, Bayley would go and counter with a roll-up on Lacey, and Bayley gets the 3 count for the win. So Charlotte Flair distracted the ref to try and cost Bayley the match. In the end, she cost Lacey Evans the match. Well, that plan just backfired and blew up in Charlotte's face. Ouch. So then after the match, Lacey goes and attacks Charlotte Flair for post-match assault. And then Charlotte goes, she lays out Lacey with a big boot, and then more refs had to come in to break it up. And Bayley is watching this from the top of the ramp. And Bayley is somewhat laughing. Yeah, Bayley, it was you attacking Charlotte Flair that started that clusterfuck, too. God damn, this has become a clusterfuck review. But before we move on to our main event, we then find out that The Undertaker will be returning on Monday Night Raw. The Undertaker, yes, the old bastard himself is back, son. Back. Whoopee, can't wait. So next up, we get to our main event. We get Elias and Drew McIntyre versus R-Truth and boring fuckface Roman Reigns. Of course, Elias, your new 24/7 champion. So boring fuckface comes out. Same boring entrance as before. Same reaction as before. But once some boos start to come in, Roman would immediately go and high-five a fan in the front row to try and shield himself from the boos. So Roman pulled a John Cena and tried to go for the cheap pop. Roman, go for the cheap pop now, huh? Okay. So then Roman goes in and does his boring-ass walk to the ring because in Roman Reigns' world, it's cool in his world, but it's not in the real world. So then, before the match, as R-Truth is coming out to the ring, Elias and Drew McIntyre would come out and attack R-Truth from behind for a pre-match assault. Roman Reigns would then come into the aid of R-Truth, and it starts an all-out brawl. But the matchup would eventually get underway, so when the matchup did go, highlights and Roman fails in the match. Roman's strikes looked fake as fuck, his selling looked like shit. Drew's standing suplex was okay. Roman's Samoan drop definitely looked like shit. He let go of Elias midway through the move. So I guess you could call that a botch also. Drew's Glasgow kiss was good along with his body slam on the apron and his overhead belly to belly. All of this is to R-Truth, by the way. Drew's standing suplex is also good along with Elias' body slam. But R-Truth would get a couple pump kicks, and then he'd throw Elias in the corner. R-Truth would then throw Drew out of the ring, which will allow Truth to tag in Roman Reigns. And you know what's next. Roman does the BS Superman comeback. The punches, the boots, the clotheslines, the Samoan drop, the 10 clotheslines of shit in the corner. Roman goes, he hits a stupid man punch on Drew McIntyre. Roman hits the drive-by on Elias. Roman then goes and he attacks Shane McMahon because Roman Reigns. I'm gonna beat some respect into Shane McMahon because I don't respect anybody in this company. Drew then goes and hits a Claymore on Roman Reigns because Roman has to pay for his actions because the wrestling gods show no mercy. So then Drew throws Roman back in the ring. Roman counters a drift away from Elias. Roman bounces off rope. Roman hits the spear on Elias. Roman gets the 3 count for the win. So after the match, Shane goes up on top of the ramp with Drew McIntyre. Roman goes, he hits a second spear on Elias for post-match assault. And keep in mind, the referee is still in the ring during all of this. So then R-Truth recognizes, he crawls over, and then R-Truth pins Elias to get the 3 count. And R-Truth is now once again your new 24/7 champion. So R-Truth lost the title earlier tonight, but he gets it back. So Truth becomes your first 2-time 24/7 champion. But yeah, R-Truth once again is champion again, so really nothing changed in the 24/7 clusterfuck. And that's how we end SmackDown. So yeah, the title says it all. This show is a complete clusterfuck. It was complete trash. Just like every other Raw and SmackDown, anything that happens on the main roster, anything Vince McMahon touches turns to shit. But yeah, rating, same rating as Raw. I think I gave Raw a 2 out of 10 or 3 out of 10. I'll give SmackDown the same rating I gave Raw. It was just trash. But yeah, here's the good news. At least there's an NXT takeover this weekend, so we can devote our time to something that's actually good, instead of this predictable bullshit. And oh, by the way, AEW recently started too. We can also devote our time to that along with any of the other indie scenes instead of this predictable bullshit. But yeah, folks, that's all I gotta say. Hope everyone has a great day, and yeah, peace out.